Six, what was it? 6 ways to stay out of jail. Now, first off, you shouldn't be doing nothing to get your ass in jail or arrested. But sometimes shit happens, and I do understand that. Okay. Um, in today's world, just know you do anything outside of your house that could land you in jail, you got a 85% chance it's being recorded outside. It's being recorded. Inside your house, there are some people who got cameras inside their house, point blank, and that's used against you. So my thing with saying 6 ways to stay out of jail, it's also in the event you do catch a case, what not to do. In the event you get pulled over, what not to do. In the event you get arrested, what not to do. What not to do meaning to put yourself in a worse situation that you're in that could possibly not be that bad. But when people just don't know, they don't know, and they just unintentionally they fuck up. And I tell people, we learn the law by accidentally breaking it. You understand that? We learn the law by accidentally breaking it. Simple. Cat can run across the street. Brr. He didn't know that in this section, you cannot jaywalk. But let's just say up there, you can. So right here, you can't. So I'm going to have to give you a citation. So now this dude done learned the law by accidentally breaking it. And being in jail, it's no place you want to be. It's no place you want to be. Every day I wake up. I want to be in good health, and I don't want to go to jail. That's something I tell myself every day. I don't want to go to jail. Now, in the event you are subject to a situation that could be life-threatening to your life, then you're going to have to defend yourself. And then you're going to have to prove that what you did was okay with the law. But you're going to have everything about you working against you. Maybe the color of your skin, anything you affiliated with, all that stuff. So let me get back to 6 ways to stay out of jail. If you have been accused of a crime, you may be able to increase your chances of staying out of jail by exerting your rights and avoiding some common mistakes. These are in no particular order at all. And again, disclaimer, this is just from me, a brother from the street. I'm not certified. I don't have a license. Do not take this as legal advice. I'm just telling you to give you a heads up and to do your research and to look into this for your own protection and education. Do not give police permission to search. Do not give police permission to search. You may think you have nothing to hide, but that is no reason to give police permission to dig through your car, your home, your workplace. Remember, police are looking for anything they can use against you, and you may be surprised what can be used against you. Clearly say that you do not consent to search. Make the police come back with a search warrant if they can justify one. Okay? What I just said, I'm not throwing shame at no police departments, no cops. What I just said is something a cop would even tell their own kids, wife, or family. I would assume that, but I really think they would. Cops know that there are plenty great cops out there. Cops know that. And cops know they do host a percentage of cops that ain't legit. They know that. And so when I say that, just know that if unfortunately you came across that cop who wasn't professional, if you gave that cop, that unprofessional cop, permission to search your home, house, or car, or property or workplace, that cop could plant something in there. It's possible. We can go through a bunch of scenarios, but as you can see, based on what I said, do not consent to search. You might think or know you have nothing to hide, but like I said, we learn the law by accidentally breaking it. You might have something in there that you just did not know was illegal. So you're not going to, well, I ain't going to say that. I was about to say, you're not going to go to jail if you don't consent to search. You can ask them, if I don't consent to your search, am I going to go to jail? I would assume they're going to say, no, but we're going to press you on this other situation, you know? So the title of that one was do not give police permission to search. And the next one, do not volunteer evidence. Do not volunteer evidence. Police may ask for anything from clothes to handwriting samples to bodily fluid samples. Again, they are looking for anything they can use against you. Do not listen if they tell you they are on your side and want to rule you out as a suspect. You do not have to provide these without a court order. Do not do their work for them. Again, I'm not saying none of this as a bashing towards any police authority. I'm telling you this so you know what you, for the most, can and can't do, and to avoid putting yourself further into a horrible situation. Do not volunteer evidence. Evidence is something that the seeking authorities is something they're supposed to find. That's their job, to collect evidence. It's not your duty to surrender it. It's their job to find the evidence. The next one is do not talk to the police. Do not talk to the police. You have the right to remain silent. Please use that right. Even if the police seem friendly, even if you are only under investigation, even if you have not been charged and they say they just want to talk, even if they tell you they are on your side, do not fall into the trap of trying to explain yourself or justify your actions. Anything you say can be used against you. You never know how your words may be twisted or misinterpreted. Do not talk to the police, AKA shut the front door, shut the up. Just shut up. For all the shows that you watched and you're like, shut the fuck up. When, God forbid, you ever in that position, just remember that. Just shut up. Keep your mouth shut. Do not talk to anyone about your case. This is the next one. Do not talk to anyone about your case. Your right to remain silent extends beyond the police. Do not talk to friends, family, members, or coworkers about your case. All of these people can be questioned by the police. All of these people can be called as witnesses to testify against you under oath. You might think that this person is cool enough for you to share some information with that is sensitive information regarding your case. You made a mistake because that person told somebody else, and now the authorities got a hold of it, and now they're going to pull you in, and now you're a witness against the person who told you. So do not talk to anyone about your case. Your case is your business only. Do not plead guilty. Do not plead guilty. Now, this is in the event you really didn't do it. And I guess if some people did it, they really didn't do it. But this is if you really, really, really didn't do it. This may seem obvious. Do not plead guilty. But many people plead guilty because they are convinced they have no other option. They think the evidence against them is too strong and that they simply do not have a case. Had they discussed the matter with an experienced attorney, they may have seen that there were flaws in the case against them, and those flaws could have been used to obtain a better outcome. So, in layman's term, let's just say you was represented by a public pretender, public defender. You know, unless you've seen it, all these cats kick it together. They go to golf together, they eat lunch together, they chill together, they hang out together, they go drink, and they have a barter system. And so this public defender, and that judge, in most cases, they know each other, they homies. So he trying to just get the best deal to get the deal accepted with whatever happens to you. And trying to convince you that taking this deal is the best thing you got going. Now, let's say if you paid for an attorney who looked into the case because he had an invested interest in you as a client because you're paying him, he could possibly find a flaw in the case that got it dismissed. But in most cases, cats plead guilty on something because they felt they had no other options based on what this public defender told them. So do not plead guilty. The last one, number 6, but not in no particular order. Hire a lawyer immediately. You catch a case, hire a lawyer immediately. Defending against criminal charges is no simple task. Criminal defense lawyers are trained in the law. They know your rights. They know how to protect them and what to do if they have been violated. They know about the wide array of options that may be available to you. Recognize that your future is on the line and make sure you entrust it to an advocate who is willing to work hard to keep you out of jail. So that last part is very important. The title, hire a lawyer immediately. This is an advocate, someone who is willing to work hard to keep you out of jail. In most cases, a public defender, some cases, he's just trying to get you in jail with not too much of a kick in your spine, based on the crime you did, though. This paid attorney, his objective is to keep you out of jail. A public defender, I don't think their objective is to keep you out of jail. that attorney needs convictions, you know. No, not that one, but their objective is not to keep you out of jail. Out of jail, not out of jail. So hire a paid attorney. If you live some type of lifestyle where, you know, you feel like based on how you live, you're prone to probably catch a case, then you need to look into having an attorney on a retainer. And that just means that, you know, like when some you putting some you old school as Zodi's and Kmart, you want to buy that shirt, so you're gonna put it on layaway. So putting an attorney on a retainer is you putting money so you can have a direct call to your attorney in the event you caught a case. So those were my 6 tips, 6 ways to stay out of jail. And the most obvious is don't do nothing stupid. You know, don't let pride put you in a position to catch a case. If you can walk away from something, walk the fuck away from it. If you can walk away from it. If your life is an imminent threat of danger, then you're going to have to do what you got to do. If you feel your life is an imminent threat of danger of you being dismissed off this planet Earth, you naturally going to do what you got to do, you know. But punking somebody, checking somebody, doing something in public nowadays, it's a wrap. Public defenders want to settle and close the case. It's all numbers game. That's facts. So I hope this helps somebody. And even from what you heard on this today, now you are a vessel to pass this to other people and tell them to do their research. I am not a certified, person in this world with a law degree.